So that VIP day that she was talking about, I got a whooping on that day. I still look at that video every so often when I need a reminder of that whooping. I keep it very, very close. But it was I had started my business was 10 years in the making. Unfortunately, I had a work injury that kind of took me out of the corporate world, and I knew I couldn't go back. But I had this amazing son, and I wanted to be home with them, kind of. But I also wanted my own life, and in order to do that, I love corporate, but I didn't really want to have to get up to go to a 9 to 5. It wasn't working for my mental health, and it wasn't working for my physical health. So my husband was like, "Well, what do you want to do?" I was like, "I don't know. I just want to help people." And he was like, "That's great, but that's not really telling me what you wanted to do." So I researched, took a whole bunch of tests, and I realized I'm really great in business. Not particularly mine, but I'm great in other people's business. So I actually had a friend who allowed me the opportunity to kind of work in hers. And I was like, this is pretty great, but I don't know what I'm doing. So I searched for coaches. I've taken course. I'm a course junkie. I've tried them all, most of them. Yeah, Tika yelled at me on that one too. She was like, no. So when I met her, I really resonated with her when I saw her at the virtual brunch. And so after the VIP day, when I realized she was having her course, I was like, I'm in. I had did my first year, but I was still struggling in my business. Um, and the biggest part was mindset. I didn't know how to transition from a business owner from an employee. I still felt like an employee in my own business, and that was a very big struggle. So I am proud to say I've completed my business plan, all 30 pages of it. Um, with the help of Khadijah. I remember that. I still replay that video too. Um, I did something that I thought I would never do. I actually entered into a business pitch contest. Yeah, very awkward. I don't do public speaking, so I opted out for the 30-day going social. So I was like, how about I do a pitch contest? Will that kind of, you know, suffice? And she was like, I'll let you slide this one time. So I didn't win, which I was a okay with, but it was more for me actually having to get up and say, this is my business, this is who I am, this is what my business is, this is what I do, this is what I project for my business to be like. Um, and it was a very wonderful learning experience. I learned that it is okay to be uniquely different. I think I've been told a, a lot of the times that you have to fit into this bubble, and I think being in this wonderful program allowed me to accept my uniqueness and be able to embrace it. But the greatest thing I learned is that I can now tell my story without hesitations. So I am a TBI sufferer, which is a traumatic brain injury. So I had to relearn a lot of stuff. So my story really comes from perseverance. And I have an autistic son, so his story will come from perseverance. And the best way to show him how to live his dreams is not just to say it, but to do it. And so I've learned that I can do that. And so July 1st, I will be a full time business owner. I will no longer get up and go to work. I will be in PJs at work. With this program, Tikwa has taught me how to navigate my prices. So I have some of my clients that elevated their packages, and I was like, oh, I have learned to um, let go and release the ones that no longer suit my business, which is very hard because conflict is not one of my great suits. But I am one that asks questions. I've learned something from everyone. Keisha got me set up with my Desado. I'm still playing with that. Thank you. We're still working on me. Um, I love Sherelle. You will see my journal. It's in the works. I've hidden it from everybody. Mary has helped me with my customer journey. I'm still working on that one too. I got stuck. But I love the fact that I can go back and still review the lessons in July 1st. Somewhere in there, I'll have my lunch party because my, my coach is right there, so I can't not have it. But what I've learned is I love the networking. I would have never met a lot of everybody on here if it wasn't for the networking, and I've learned something from everybody that she has entered. So if you really want, oh, and I'm still learning my Microsoft. I don't like Google or Microsoft, so we're just gonna go full force and learn both. I like them. I just need to learn how to use them. Um, but if you really want to get all of your the core pieces of your business secured and locked down, this is going to be the way, and she always direct you back to the Lord. So I love that, because you're going to have some rough, there's going to be some rough spots. Life is going to hit, clients are going to say no, the one you want is going to pass you by, and you're still, now it's okay to cry. I did it. And then you come back to the drawing board, but you come back, and she doesn't let you hide, which, most of my other coaches, they took my money and let me hide. So I was like, oh, this is going to be super easy. I get to sit in the background. As you see, I did a pitch contest, so you don't get to sit in the background. And she has no problem doing blind hot seats. So be prepared. And they're not bad. I think sometimes people think hot seats are bad, but they're not. Like, you don't even realize you're in the hot seat until you get off the call and you're like, she just grilled me. All right. I have homework. But we're gonna do this homework, and I'm gonna show up. And in the long run, you appreciate it, because you know that I wouldn't be where I'm at 3 months later if it wasn't for the tough love. And if it wasn't for the you can do it, if it wasn't for, okay, you got that feedback. We didn't like the feedback. So what are we going to do to change it? So I've learned a lot. I've grown not only as a businesswoman, but as a woman and as a wife. And you don't get that much investment in a lot of courses. You just get, go watch the video. We have this live call, do your work. Your 3 months is over. Bye. I don't, I feel like I'm a part of the family. And for me, that is the best thing I could ever have. And I'm super duper excited for everybody. That's it.